Urgent alert. Sanctuary sensors detecting that the dormant subject is starting to stir again.
Status report immediately. What are we looking at here?
Nothing promising, that's for sure. Brain activity alone has increased by 37% in the last hour. This shouldn't be happening. We estimated dormancy for at least another 3 days.
Are we certain it's waking?
The pattern matches previous emergence cycles, but the acceleration is much faster this time now that he has the chaos crystals.
Security feeds confirm movement. Subtle, but definitely there. Uploading footage now.
I see it. Those quills are vibrating. Implement evacuation protocol Theta immediately. All non-essential personnel to evacuation points. If that thing wakes up with the science crews around, it'll rip them all to shreds.
On it, Colonel. Alerting all sectors within 200-mile radius. Transport vessels standing by.
Communications grid activated. All remaining outposts being notified. Survival probability calculations updating.
But Doctor, what about the crystals inside it?
That's another problem. The 2 chaos crystals in our possession are reacting to the 5 that are in its stomach. Their energy generation has increased by over 150% in the last 30 minutes alone.
Are they at least secure?
Triple locked in the quantum vault, 4 guard rotations. But if they're putting out that much energy, the containment might not hold indefinitely.
Strengthen all defenses. I want Sanctuary locked down tighter than ever.
Already on it. Deploying all available security personnel to critical sections. Activating dormant defense systems.
Colonel, we have a situation with the global cells.
Report.
I've activated the emergency protocols, but several resistance outposts aren't responding. Sydney, Cairo, and Moscow cells all went silent overnight. No warning or distress signals.
Any pattern to the silence?
All were located near sites of previous crystal discoveries. It's like something is systematically eliminating our presence near those areas. Like they're trying to keep them a secret or something.
But who could be responsible? Shin Sonic hasn't moved from detection zone in weeks. Could be something else, or someone else.
Or its influence is spreading even during dormancy. Remember Lima? The reality warps continued expanding for days after it left.
What's our status on Shadow?
Last communication was 6 hours ago. He confirmed departure to Robotnik's laboratory. Said he would maintain radio silence during approach. Quote, "The only weapon that can kill it is there."
We're putting too much faith in this Shadow character. We don't even know who or what he really is. Other than that, we found him in a test tube.
We don't have the luxury of doubt, Lieutenant. Every other option has failed. Shadow is the only lead we haven't exhausted.
With all due respect, Colonel, we found him right after Tokyo fell. No background, no verification, just claims about connections to Shin Sonic's origin.
I understand your concerns, but he's provided actionable intelligence, and right now we need every ally we can get.
Remaining outposts confirm implementation of contingency plans. Johannesburg and Berlin cells moving to secondary locations. Auckland bunker reports that they're sealed and operational.
One last thing to mention, Colonel. The chaos crystals are starting to emit a sonic frequency. It's barely detectable, but increasing. If this continues, then they could breach containment from within.
Options?
We could separate them. Move one to the secondary vault. Might slow the resonance effect.
Too risky. Moving them could accelerate the process, or worse, broadcast their location.
Keep them together, but reinforce the vault. Kieran, try to reestablish contact with Shadow. We need that weapon now.
I've reached the outer perimeter of Central City. The devastation is awful.
Dear God, the news feeds didn't even show the half of it.
They couldn't. Human minds would break seeing this. It's a bloodbath here. Bodies fused with concrete and steel. The air smells like copper and ozone.
Can you make it through, though?
I have to. The laboratory is beneath the old science district, according to Robotnik's files at least.
If you say so, just be aware that military sweeps reported hostile entities in that zone.
Oh, I'm aware. I can sense them. Fragments of him, left behind like echoes.
What do you mean, fragments?
Parts of Shin Sonic's consciousness separated during transformation. They've bonded with survivors, twisted them to look like it.
That's disgusting. How is this happening?
The same way he entered our world. Reality breakdown. The walls between dimensions are thinning.
Command needs to know this.
They can't do anything about it. Only the weapon can. I need to keep moving.
Wait. Before you go, I've got something from the archives. Robotnik's last known communications before the Tokyo incident. He mentioned a security system designed to eliminate all intruders.
Expected. Robotnik was always paranoid.
This is more than just any old security system, though, Shadow. The system identifies threats based on genetic signature. You might register as similar to
Shin Sonic. Yup, it's a risk I have to take.
There might be a bypass. I'm looking for Tails Prower in the database. He was Robotnik's assistant. Might know a way around the security.
I already have a message from him. him. Found it in a dead drop location. Coordinates to a hidden entrance, but also warnings about the security.
What kind of warnings?
Automated defense drones, chemical agents, and something called chaos extraction.
What's that?
Don't know, but it doesn't sound pleasant.
I've got a secure line to Sanctuary. They're reporting Shin Sonic is showing signs of waking, 3 days ahead of projections.
That changes things. I need to move faster. The 5 crystals he's absorbed must be accelerating his cycle.
Can you make it in time?
Yes, the world doesn't get another chance.
I'm sending you everything I can find on the lab layout, but most of the files are corrupted. Robotnik deleted a lot before he disappeared.
I'll find my way. I always do. I'll contact you once I'm inside.
If you're reading this, you found my dead drop. I don't know who you are, but if you're looking for Robotnik's lab, you're either very brave or very desperate. Probably both. The main entrance is gone, destroyed when Shin Sonic first appeared, but there's a maintenance tunnel, coordinates attached. Warning. The security systems are still active, and they're designed to eliminate anything that resembles Shin Sonic. If you have any genetic similarity, the system will target you immediately, but there's a bypass sequence. But I couldn't retrieve the full code before I had to evacuate. The partial sequence is 7734 Angel. The missing piece died with Robotnik. If you make it inside, find the central computer. Activation phrase, the ultimate life form awaits. That should wake Robosonic. But be warned, Robotnik built him to be just as powerful as the real thing, and just as unpredictable. I'm hiding in the old caves deep in the woods. If you survive and find this weapon, come find me. I might be the only one left who knows how to control it.
Shadow has reached Robotnik's laboratory perimeter. He's attempting entry now. We have him on the drone feed.
Any complications?
The security systems are still active after all these years. Heavy automated defenses too, like these big boys.
Jesus! Can he get past them?
He's trying, but... Wait, I'm getting an emergency signal. Uh-oh. The lab's defense grid just activated at full power. It's targeting Shadow.
I knew it. He triggered some kind of trap.
Kieran, can you override remotely?
I'm attempting to access now, but Robotnik's systems are advanced as hell. Incredibly sophisticated for technology from that era. Oh, I might have something. There's a military backdoor in the system from when the government was funding Robotnik's research.
Use it. Whatever clearance you need, I authorize it.
Initiating override with code Epsilon 7 Whiskey 9. This will leave digital fingerprints that could be traced.
Doesn't matter anymore. Nothing matters if we don't stop Shin Sonic.
Override successful. Defense systems powering down. Shadow is proceeding inside.
Colonel, we have an update from global surveillance. We're seeing something unusual.
Define unusual, Major.
Massive net wildlife migration, all heading towards Shin Sonic's location. Every species within a 500-mile radius, birds, mammals, even aquatic life, all converging.
It's influencing them somehow, drawing them in, like a predator gathering food before hibernation ends.
Or building an army. We've seen it absorb organic matter before.
Are extraction teams ready for Shadow?
About that, the Valkyrie transport was our last operational aircraft in that sector, and we just lost contact.
How?
Something shot it down mid-flight. Survivors report a blue spike penetrated the hull, then disappeared.
So a piece of it is operating independently, is what you're saying? Mateo, what are we dealing with?
Shin Sonic appears to be able to shoot his spikes out, even in hibernation. Shadow's information about the origin may explain it.
Kieran, what's Shadow's status?
He's deep inside the facility now, accessing Robotnik's archived data. And he's found something significant, it looks like.
I'm inside. That was too close.
Are you hurt?
Nothing critical. 3 lacerations. 1 puncture wound. Would have been much more painful without your override.
The facility almost killed you completely, man. The defense system identified you as a threat, just like Tails warned.
As was expected. My DNA is similar to his, to be fair. We share an origin.
How is that possible?
I'll explain later. I found Robotnik's main computer. It's still operational, running on auxiliary power.
Can you access his research files?
Already downloading. There's an archived message database. Text logs. Sending the relevant ones now. You need to see this.
Log date, February 17th. 3 days before the initial manifestation. The experiments with the prototype Chaos Crystal have yielded unexpected results. The dimensional barrier is becoming increasingly unstable. Something is pushing through from the other side. I've detected a consciousness, a malevolent entity using the crystal as a gateway. It appears to be latching onto cultural iconography from our world, specifically the character mascot from my earlier gaming projects. I've taken precautionary measures, creating a countermeasure based on the same template. If this entity fully materializes, we'll need a weapon that can match it. Log date, February 19th, 1 day before manifestation. The situation has deteriorated rapidly. The entity is coming through. I've identified its nature. It's not alien. It's demonic. An ancient force using modern imagery as a vessel. The countermeasure is nearly complete, but I fear it won't be ready in time. I've encoded activation protocols that only respond to my biometric signature. This weapon is too dangerous to fall into the wrong hands. If anyone finds this log, look for Robosonic in the preservation chamber. It's our only hope. Final log. February 20th, day of manifestation. It's here. God help us all. The power fluctuations have triggered an emergency lockdown. I can't reach Robosonic. I hear it coming. It's not just taking his form, it's becoming something far worse. Too fast. Too strong. If anyone finds this, the activation sequence for Robosonic is in my personal database. Biometric authentication required. Elena knows where to find my backup samples. It's entering the lab, going to try to reach the escape pod. If I don't make it, God forgive me for what I've created.
I've analyzed Robotnik's logs. This changes everything we thought we knew. Shin Sonic isn't an alien entity or an interdimensional traveler. It's a demon, using the chaos crystals to bridge worlds between ours and hell.
A demon? You're saying this is supernatural?
I'm suggesting it's beyond our current scientific understanding. But the energy readings match. The reality warps. The corruption of living tissue. It all aligns with Robotnik's theory.
Shadow has located the weapon. He found Robosonic. But there's a problem.
When isn't there a problem?
Activation requires Robotnik's biometric signature. DNA, retinal scan, voice print, the whole package.
And Robotnik is presumed dead. Options?
The logs mentioned Elena, his daughter. She might have access to biological samples.
Elena Robotnik, cross-referencing with Survivor database. Found her. She's at the Auckland Research Outpost leading their biotech division.
Contact her immediately. Kieran, does Shadow have a plan to return once he activates Robosonic?
That's another issue. With the transport down, he's stranded. The lab is 200 miles from the nearest operational extraction point.
What about Robosonic? Can it transport him?
Unknown capabilities. We won't know until it's activated.
Shadow needs to hurry. The chaos crystals in our possession are becoming increasingly unstable. Energy output has doubled again in the last hour. They're responding to Shin Sonic's awakening.
How much time do we have?
At current progression, 24 hours maximum before full emergence.
Then we need that weapon now. Tell Shadow to contact Elena.
This is Dr. Elena Robotnik. Who am I speaking with?
My name is Shadow. I'm at your father's laboratory.
Your what? That facility was destroyed during the initial manifestation.
The main structure, yes, but the underground levels are intact. I'm standing in his main research lab right now.
Prove it. What's on the wall behind his workstation?
A framed photo, you as a child, standing next to a prototype robot.
What do you want?
I need your father's biological samples to activate Robosonic.
Robosonic? He actually built it. My father said it was theoretical.
It's very real, and it may be our only chance against Shin Sonic.
My father's work destroyed the world. His experiments with the chaos crystals opened the gateway. Why should I help activate another one of his creations?
Because this one was designed to stop what came through. Your father foresaw the threat and he built the countermeasure, but it requires his DNA to activate.
And you think I have it?
He mentioned in his final log that you would know where his backup samples are stored.
He always was thorough. Yes, I have them, stored in my personal lab, but I'm not just giving them to some stranger.
I'm working with the Global Defense Coalition. Sanctuary Command can verify my identity.
Even if that's true, what's to stop this Robosonic from becoming another threat? Another monster we can't control?
Nothing, but we're out of options. In less than 24 hours, Shin Sonic will fully awaken, and with all 7 chaos crystals inside it, nothing will stop it. The human race ends tomorrow, unless we try this.
Fine. There's a sealed container in cryostorage. It contains tissue samples, blood, and a recorded voice pattern. I'll authorize the release, but I want a direct link to monitor the activation.
Agreed. Thank you, Dr. Robotnik.
Don't thank me yet. My father's creations have a way of exceeding expectations, usually not in a good way. I'll send the authorization now.
Elena, you need to evacuate immediately.
Commander Rouge, what's happening?
We're under attack. Thousands of blue spikes are breaching the outer walls. They're coming down from the skies like missiles, targeting specific sections.
Blue spikes? But how? Shin Sonic is dormant. He's 300 miles from here.
Well, he's found a way to reach us. My team is securing an extraction route. We have 3 minutes before the east wing collapses.
My research. I need to secure the samples.
No time. Grab only what's essential. We tracked the trajectory. The spikes are coming directly from Shin Sonic's location. Even in dormancy, it's hunting you.
Because I just authorized Shadow to access my father's DNA samples. It knows. Somehow it knows.
Move now. Another barrage incoming.
I'm on my way. Main lab to extraction point. I have the backup samples and the key research files.
Hurry!
Colonel Vega, situation report from Global Command. We've lost contact with 3 additional military installations: Fort Bradley, Cheyenne Mountain, and Lake Geneva Bunker.
All of our major strongholds, obliterated by some blue spikes. Status of personnel?
Unknown.
Colonel, I've made a breakthrough with the Chaos Crystals. They're not just power sources. They're reality anchors.
Explain.
Each crystal stabilizes a different fundamental force: gravity, strong nuclear force, electromagnetism, and so on. Together, they maintain the fabric of our dimension. That's why Shin Sonic needs them, to reshape reality into the hellscape he desires. But they could also be used to reset dimensional boundaries, if properly aligned.
So we could use them against him?
Theoretically, yes, but we'd need all 7, and he already has 5 of them.
Colonel, I need to speak with you about Shadow.
What about him?
I've been reviewing the initial interview transcripts. When we first found him, there are inconsistencies, things he knew that weren't public knowledge.
Such as?
The exact nature of the Chaos Crystals, the specific powers Shin Sonic would develop, even the name Shin Sonic itself. That term wasn't used until weeks after we found him.
What are you suggesting? That our most prominent ally is a traitor?
All I'm suggesting is that he has prior knowledge he hasn't disclosed, possibly a connection to Shin Sonic beyond what he's admitted. We need to consider the possibility he's not being entirely truthful about his motivations.
Update from Shadow. He's successfully activated RoboSonic. Elena's samples worked.
What's its status?
Operational and responding to commands. It's already transferring data about Shin Sonic's weaknesses.
I've received a communication from someone claiming to be Knuckles.
The Crystal Guardian? I thought he was dead.
Apparently not. He says he has critical information to share with us about containing Shin Sonic.
Put him through to our secure channel immediately.
Patching him in now.
This is Knuckles Edwards. I've been hiding, studying ancient texts about the crystals. What's happening now was prophesied thousands of years ago.
What did these prophecies say exactly?
That a demon would cross dimensions, taking the form of a cultural icon, using the chaos crystals to reshape reality. But the texts also describe a ritual, one that might contain him long enough to extract the crystals.
What kind of ritual?
It requires the chaos crystals to be destroyed directly on him.
This aligns with my findings. The crystals contain almost immeasurable amounts of energy. We could potentially amplify the effect and then use it as a bomb, pretty much.
Uh-oh. We have a problem. Massive energy surge at Shin Sonic's location. According to new estimates, we just lost hours. The dormancy is ending even earlier now. And at this rate of acceleration, we have just 6 hours left, maybe less.
Crap! We need everyone armed and ready at the fortress as soon as possible. This ends today, either with us or with it.
Shadow, what's the status on RoboSonic?
Fully operational. Robotnik built something extraordinary.
What are its capabilities?
Speed and strength equal to Shin Sonic, plus combat programming specifically designed to counter him. And a crucial feature, it can extract the chaos crystals.
How?
Specialized energy fields that temporarily phase the crystals out of dimensional sync, making them tangible enough to remove by literally grabbing it straight from the stomach.
That confirms what Knuckles just told us. He's coming to Sanctuary with information about using the crystals as a bunch of super bombs.
Knuckles is alive?
You know him?
By reputation only, the guardian of the original crystal site.
Shadow, I need to ask you something, and I need an honest answer.
Go ahead.
What is your connection to Shin Sonic? Darius found inconsistencies in your initial statements. Things you knew that you shouldn't have.
I suspected this would come up eventually. Yes, it's true that I have a connection. Shin Sonic and I share an origin.
What does that mean exactly?
We were created from the same template, just in different dimensions. I was designed as a weapon too, but I broke programming when I sensed him coming through.
So you're
not human. No, but that's obvious. The important thing is that I'm not your enemy. You see, when Shin Sonic broke through, I followed to stop him.
Why didn't you tell us this before?
Would you have trusted me if I had said I was from another dimension? That I'm essentially the same species as the monster destroying your world?
Probably not. Does this affect our plan?
No, it makes it more likely to succeed. I understand him. I know how he thinks. And with RoboSonic, we have a weapon that can match him.
We need to tell Colonel Vega.
Tell her, but also tell her this. We're out of time. Shin Sonic is waking up. I can feel it. The pull of the chaos crystals is growing stronger.
Our sensors confirm it. Energy levels are spiking. We estimate 6 hours before full emergence.
Less, much less. We need to move now.
How are you going to get to Sanctuary?
Robosonic. It can transport me. Supersonic speed. We'll be there in 1 hour.
The wildlife migration is intensifying around Shin Sonic's location. All animals within 50 miles are converging. Be careful. They attack anything that moves. And the reason he is calling upon them is not as an army, but as one massive feast before the final fight.
That checks out. That greedy bastard. We're on our way. One more thing. Elena said there's a failsafe, a shutdown code for Robosonic, in case it turns against us.
Smart. What's the code?
She was injured before she could tell Rouge, but we'll need it, just in case.
I'll try to reach her, but communications with Rouge's team are spotty. Their facility just got struck by a blue spike volley.
Well, keep trying anyway. We're leaving now. Prepare Sanctuary. This will be our only chance.
Incoming transmission from an unknown source, attempting to trace. Wait, it's breaking through our encryptions.
This is Tails Prower. You need to listen to me now.
How did you access this channel?
I designed half the encryption protocols you're using, idiot, but that's not important. Shadow is not who you think he is. I've decrypted Robotnik's complete data archive. Shadow was not created to fight Shin Sonic. He emerged from the same dimensional rift.
I knew it. I told you he couldn't be trusted.
You don't understand. They're essentially siblings, two entities from the same hellish dimension, but Shadow's manifestation was more stable, more controlled, humanoid instead of monstrous.
That's not possible. I've been speaking with Shadow. He helped activate Robosonic.
Of course he did, because he wants Robosonic active. I've recovered corrupted security footage from Robotnik's lab. Sending it now. This is from 3 years ago, before the initial manifestation.
Is that Shadow?
Yes, he lied to you. He's after the crystals. All 7 of them. Just like Shin Sonic is, but for his own purposes. For his own demise. Wait, no! Not for his demise. For his power. With all 7, Shadow can become the ultimate ruler of reality. Essentially a god.
Darius, prepare countermeasures. If Shadow reaches Sanctuary, we need to be ready.
Already on it, Colonel. We have modified EMP weapons that might work, and I've armed the security teams with prototype energy neutralizers.
I'm recalibrating our defensive systems, adding Shadow's biometric signature to the threat database. But there's something else you should know. The chaos crystals in our possession, they're reacting to something. Energy output just tripled in the last 5 minutes.
Colonel, wait! I have information that contradicts Tails' assessment. According to these files I just found, Robotnik DID creates Shadow as a controlled experiment to understand the dimensional breach. Yes, he's dangerous. Yes, he wants the crystals, but he's still our best hope, because he has to defeat Shin Sonic to get them anyway.
Kieran is right. We can't afford to fight both threats simultaneously. If Shadow can help us destroy Shin Sonic, we deal with him afterward.
If there is an afterwards, we can't trust either of them. I say we eliminate Shadow as soon as he arrives. Use Robosonic ourselves.
Enough. I need clear heads right now. Tails, do you have any evidence that Shadow is actively working against us?
Just his origin, and his previous attempts to harness crystal energy. He's deceptive, but I don't have proof of current betrayal.
Colonel, something's happening. We're receiving a direct communication from Robosonic.
Greetings. Sanctuary Command. I am Robosonic Unit RSX-1. Activated and operational. I possess full awareness of my purpose and capabilities.
It's sentient?
Affirmative. My neural network exceeds human parameters. I am designed to combat Shin Sonic, and I have analyzed all available data. Shadow possesses a unique dimensional signature. This signature will allow approach to Shin Sonic undetected. Without it, probability of mission success decreases by 78.3%.
Can you confirm Shadow's intentions?
Shadow's internal motivations are beyond my analytical capabilities. However, his actions align with optimal strategy for Shin Sonic's defeat, whether for altruistic or selfish purposes. The outcome remains identical.
We're getting another transmission. It's Shadow.
You know I can see all these messages, right? And yes, Tails is partially correct. I did originally plan to use the crystals for power, for control, but that was before.
Before what?
Before I spent time among humans, before I saw what Shin Sonic truly is, what it can do. I may not be human, but I'm not a monster either. I'm something in between. Now listen to me carefully. Shin Sonic grows stronger with each crystal because it's trying to fully manifest. Our reality rejects its presence. The crystals stabilize it. With all 7, it achieves permanent stabilization along with ultimate power, rendering rendering your dimension identical to the hell realm it comes from. I've spent more time in this world than anyone to see the true nature, and I refuse to let that happen. So yes, I want the crystals, but to destroy them, not to use them.
Colonel, massive seismic activity worldwide. I think it's awake. Shin Sonic is fully awakening.
Darius, stand down your team. We're out of options. Shadow, what's your ETA?
20 minutes. But we have a problem. Shin Sonic is on the move, heading straight for Sanctuary. It knows exactly where the remaining crystals are.
Alert! New calculations indicate that Shin Sonic will reach Sanctuary in 18 minutes.
Then we fight from where we all are. Everyone to battle stations. Mateo, prepare the crystals. If we can't stop it, we'll destroy them ourselves.
No! If you destroy them improperly, you'll tear a hole in reality. We need precise energy alignment. Only Robo-Sonic can calibrate that.
He's right. The energy release would be catastrophic if mishandled.
Jesus! The first shockwave just hit. Communications with external outposts are failing. The sky is tearing apart.
All security personnel in position. Weapons hot, but I don't know what good they'll do.
Remaining resistance cells worldwide are reporting similar phenomena. Reality distortions, massive casualties. This is it. The end of the world appears to be beginning right now.
Not if I can help it. Shadow, get here now. This is our final stand.
Shadow, I need to know something. Are you truly with us? No more secrets.
I'm with humanity, not out of some noble sense of duty, but because I've found something here worth protecting. Something that doesn't exist in the dimension I come from.
What's that?
Choice. The free will. In my world, everything is predestined, predetermined. But here, there are infinite possibilities. I won't let Shin Sonic take that away.
Tails doesn't trust you. He thinks you want the crystals for yourself.
Tails is smart and cautious, as he should be. But he's wrong about my current intentions.
And the footage of you absorbing crystal energy?
That was before I understood what was at stake, before I met humans who showed me kindness.
Sanctuary is divided though, man. Some want to help you. Others want to destroy you on sight.
Let them try, but it doesn't matter now. All that matters is stopping Shin Sonic. After that, they can do whatever they want with me.
How do we win this? Really?
The crystals must be removed simultaneously, then realigned in a specific pattern, creating an energy field that will implode, taking Shin Sonic with it.
And you? Will you survive that?
Unlikely. I share the same dimensional frequency. The implosion will likely pull me in too.
I see. You're sacrificing yourself.
Don't make it sound noble. I'm just choosing the world I want to exist in.
We're detecting massive energy surges. Shin Sonic is generating shockwaves. They're spreading globally.
It's the final emergence. Shin Sonic is breaking the last barriers between dimensions. Soon your world will be remade in the image of mine.
How long do we have?
Minutes. We see Sanctuary ahead, but we also see Shin Sonic approaching from the east. It's enormous now.
Oh my god. It's horrifying.
That's what true evil looks like when it no longer needs to hide.
Colonel Vega is preparing your entry. Most defenses will stand down, but be careful. Lieutenant Washington still doesn't trust you.
Understandable, but irrelevant. The real fight begins now.
Good luck. Shadow, whatever happens, thank you.
Save your thanks for a real friend, not me. Just have those crystals ready. Our world really depends on it.
Colonel, the alignment is ready. I've positioned the Chaos Crystals according to the ancient configuration. They're already resonating with each other.
Will this really slow Shin Sonic down?
Not exactly, but it will create a foundation for the extraction process. Once all 7 crystals are together, this alignment will enhance their power.
Perimeter alert. Shadow and Robo-Sonic approaching from the west.
Teams in position. Weapons locked on target.
Stand down, Lieutenant. Let them through.
With all due respect, Colonel, we can't trust them.
Darius, it's Sarah. I just escaped from Central Zone. Shadow saved us. He fought off those things. Those blue manifestations. He could have left us to die, but he didn't.
Sarah, you're alive? How did you access this channel?
Commander Rouge gave me access. We're with her team now. Please, Darius, trust Shadow. He's our only hope.
I just want you to believe me, sis. I'm thinking about your survival, but I guess, fine. I'm standing the security teams down as we speak. I'll let them through.
The device is ready. Tails' designs were brilliant. This will harness the crystal's energy once they're extracted. But we'll only have moments to activate it, before the dimensional instability reaches critical levels.
Everyone to their stations. This is what we've been preparing for. Olivia, your team will protect the extraction device. Darius, secure the inner perimeter. Knuckles, maintain the crystal alignment. Kieran, keep our communications active no matter what.
Team Alpha in position, ready to defend the device.
Inner perimeter secured. All critical sections locked down.
Exterior fighters in position. We'll hold the line as long as we can.
Communications grid reinforced. Backup systems online.
We're inside. Robosonic is with me.
Scans indicate Shin Sonic will breach outer defenses in 3 minutes, 42 seconds.
Shadow, explain the plan once more, so everyone understands their role.
I'll approach Shin Sonic using my dimensional resonance. He won't detect me until it's too late. Robosonic will engage him directly, creating a diversion while I access the crystals he's absorbed.
I will immobilize the entity. My systems are calibrated for maximum effectiveness. Probability of success, 31.7%.
Once I extract the crystals, Knuckles will help align them with the two you already possess. Then we'll use Tails' device to create the implosion.
But the energy release?
Will be catastrophic. Yes, that's why we need to evacuate all non-essential personnel immediately.
Already underway, but you said the implosion would destroy Shin Sonic.
Not exactly. I didn't tell you the complete truth before, because you wouldn't have understood.
Understood what?
Robotnik figured it out years ago. Shin Sonic can't be destroyed. It's a fundamental force. Like gravity or time, it can only be redirected.
Redirected where?
Back to its origin point, using all 7 crystals simultaneously. Combined with my unique energy signature, we can create a dimensional reversal, sending it back and sealing the breach permanently.
My God, that's brilliant. The crystals act as reality anchors. Your signature provides the directional vector.
And the ancient alignment enhances the power.
Breach! Outer defenses have fallen. It's inside the perimeter.
My God, it's huge. It's consuming everyone in its path. We can't stop it. Team Bravo is gone. Alpha falling back.
Casualties mounting, hundreds just gone, swallowed by that thing.
Inner defenses activated, but they won't hold for long.
Shadow, it's now or never. Go!
On my way. Robosonic, engage primary target.
Engaging!
They're moving to intercept. Robosonic is... it's incredible. He's just transformed into a plane and is bombing the bastard. It's actually matching Shin Sonic blow for blow.
The crystals are reacting, energy levels spiking. They sense their counterparts.
Structural integrity of the East Wing compromised. The reality warps are intensifying, metal turning to liquid, gravity reversing in sections.
We're losing ground. Teams falling back to inner sanctum.
Device is still secure, but we're surrounded by chaos.
I've reached extraction position. Robosonic has it pinned. Beginning crystal removal process.
First crystal looks like it's been removed. Shin Sonic is reacting violently.
Maintaining hold, but structural damage increasing. Systems failing.
Second crystal. Third, it knows what we're doing. Fighting back hard.
The foundations are destabilizing. Sanctuary is coming apart.
Begin final evacuation. All personnel to emergency exits. Shadow, how many crystals?
4. Fifth crystal extracted.
The device is ready, but the collapse is accelerating. We have minutes at most.
All crystals extracted, bringing them to alignment position.
Hurry! The dimensional tear is expanding.
Crystals in position. Beginning reversal sequence. Everyone get out now. If we wait too long, we all will die.
What about you?
Someone has to finish this. Robosonic and I will complete the reversal. Go!
Evacuation order confirmed. All teams pull out immediately. Godspeed, Shadow.
Device activated. Energy field stabilized. Dimensional reversal at 40%.
Shadow, is there no other way?
No, this is how it has to be. It's what I was created for. Tell Kira, I've always hated that Snapchat caption. Dimensional reversal at 70%.
Reality breach collapsing? It's working.
The structure won't hold. East Wing completely gone. Central hub failing.
Shin Sonic is being pulled back. The crystals are aligning perfectly. Robosonic is using the last of his power to crush them. Reversal at 90%. We're being pulled in too. This is it. Goodbye.
Shadow! Final systems failing. Dimensional reversal complete. Breach sealing. Mission successful.
Communications re-established. Is anyone receiving?
Major Reese here, with survivors from Inner Sanctum, about 30 of us.
Lieutenant Washington, Outpost Bravo. We have approximately 50 personnel, and my sister.
Commander Rouge reporting. External forces regrouping. Heavy casualties. But we're alive.
General Hammond, monitoring from Southern Bunker. Satellite feeds coming back online.
Colonel Vega, with Mateo and Knuckles. Sanctuary is gone. Complete structural collapse.
But the readings are promising. The dimensional breach has sealed. Reality is stabilizing.
The crystals did their job. Their energy signature has completely vanished. No trace remains.
Confirming from global monitors. Weather patterns normalizing. Gravity anomalies dissipating. No trace of Shin Sonic's influence detected.
What about Shadow and Robosonic?
No readings. They were pulled into the dimensional rift, along with Shin Sonic. They're gone.
Then it's over. We won, but at what cost?
Wait, I'm receiving something. A transmission on my personal terminal. It has Shadow's signature sector code.
What does it say?
Just coordinates. Geographic location. Middle of nowhere.
What do you think it means?
I don't know. Maybe somewhere across dimensions. He's watching. He's still out there.
Whatever the case, we begin rebuilding tomorrow. Humanity survived. Against impossible odds, we endured.
Agreed. All units report to nearest operational base. We'll establish new command structures. Coordinate recovery efforts. This is our world again.
If you can hear me, Shadow, thank you for everything. Now it's time to rebuild.